Welcome to Good Times with Alex and Ryan. I am Ryan Sprague. You can follow me on any social media at Ryan W. Sprague. Alex.
What's up, guys? My name is Alex Vanover. You can follow me on Twitter at Vandollar15. Follow me on YouTube at Alex Vanover. Follow me on the Instagram at Alex Vanover15. And Ryan, we got a special guest, man.
I noticed. You know what? And I noticed he's wearing the best merch ever. Oh, yeah. He's the sharpest guy I've ever seen right there.
Best dressed man on a Good Times episode, dude. Mr. Domingo Ward himself, Papa Dom the Beard. Follow him on Instagram. He was part of the junior high episode you guys heard last week.
Yeah.
What's up, Dom?
Hey, man. So I'm wearing my Good Times because it came today. I just could not wait. It was worth the wait, but at the same time, I was like, did they forget about me? Like, I noticed it came from overseas.
Oh yeah, dude. They come. Like I think mine came from China, man. Like my hoodie, or Singapore like mine came, or something.
I think mine came from Stockholm. Like
dude.
So to the Stockholm folks, your shirt's a little tight, but I think I just need to have some good times in it, and it'll fit just right.
Dude, I'm starting to lose so much weight. My hoodie doesn't fit, dude. It's a bad time, dude.
Hey, Domingo, tell us where the audience can follow you.
Oh, yes. Hashtag amateur hammocker on the IG, Papa Dom the Beard, D-O-M-W, Papa Dom the Beard, like this. And yeah, that's just fun adventures. See where I put my hammock up next.
All right.
I, for one, am waiting to see where that hammock goes up next. I don't know about you guys.
All right. Oh, someone got their hoodie from the Netherlands. I guess they're coming from all over the world.
They're all good. They're all Good Times gang members. They're all.
All righty. What's the episode, Alex?
We are doing an episode right now about dreams and goal setting. Just having some focus and some drive and some ambition in your life.
All right. Well, that's something I've seen you really been pushing. I mean, you've changed a lot since on grit, determination, and all that. Tell us about that.
Well, I'm really happy you say that because I take my daily itinerary very seriously. I like plan out what I'm going to do the night before, and I make sure that I stick to it 100%. So if I'm going to run that day, or if I'm going to lift and do elliptical, or if I'm going to record 3.5 hours of a podcast, or if I'm going to be on Domingo's podcast, or if I'm going to go shopping, or if I'm going to do anything, dude. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. If I write it down, it's in stone. I can't negotiate it, man. Because the more I keep my word and the more I stick to my plan, the better and easier my life is getting. I'm telling you, man, dude, the more I stick to what I'm going to do, what I set out for myself, it's easy to go about my daily business without regretting things, dude. So if I say, like, I was going to do something like, Domingo, I'm coming over and we're going to have lunch. If I don't come over, first of all, it makes me look like a jerk and it makes me look like I'm flaky. I don't want that. It's hard to have self-respect, right? And it's just, you gotta be able to, if you can't keep your word with yourself, you're not going to be able to keep it with other people. So I think the grind helps keep me accountable in every area of my life. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So you write down things. I think that might be a habit I'd like to try to pick up. I just kind of have a general idea what I want to do with the day. My big goal I've been trying to do, because I'm a leader at work, is I'm really bad at being on my phone. Really bad. Like, it's obvious. I've just got to keep up to date on the gram, and I'm trying, like, when's Alex posting his video? Like, I need a quick boost.
Get at it.
Honestly, like, I swear, dude. Like, I've been telling my friends, and I'm just like, hey, this is my buddy. Like, he's doing his shit. So, like, goals, and for me, like, I'd like to think they're small, but it's in the long run, it's big. It's just like trying to be alive every day and take care of myself. And there's, ways you can do that, and there's ways that you can get off track. And a goal that I'm happy is being crushed in multiple ways right now. Finally got my Good Time shirt. I'm on the Good Times episode.
Step one. Step two.
And just being alive, honestly. I'm always like, I'm really bad at taking care of myself, but having this job, I take advice. I was explaining this to you a while ago, Alex. There's George Clinton has been playing funk music for like 45, 50 years. Someone
he's a
asked
legend.
someone asked him at a Q&A a couple of years ago, how do you keep making music every day? And these words stuck with me because it's kind of relatable, honestly. He goes, you know what I do? I wake up, I look in the mirror, and I say, you ain't shit, because it pumps me up. Go and make something of yourself. Go be the shit instead of not be shit, you know? And so that's something that I do to help myself get pumped and ready. And music, of course. That's self-therapy.
No, you have to stay hungry, man. You have to remember where you were at your lowest, so when you do get to a situation that is really comfortable or where you were aspiring to be, that you don't lose that work ethic or that mindset, because that's what got you there. So if you lose it, you may lose what you earned. I mean, seriously, I mean, how many rappers or how many musicians or how many actors reached a certain level of success and then fell off the cliff because they were satisfied with what they had done? Stallone is a guy that did not do that. Schwarzenegger did not do that. Tom Cruise didn't do that. I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan, Ryan. You know that. But those guys have a certain level that they expect themselves to be at, and they work their butt off to attain it. I have mad respect for a person that always stays hungry, because it's not easy.
Yeah. For me, dreams and goals. I mean, for me, it was just like, well, I got to work to provide. So that's been like it's weird because it's more like fear-based. Like, it's not really necessarily the right thing, but it's just, oh, I got to work, I got to provide, I got to work. It's changing now, seeing like you, Alex, and my wife, how they're making things happen by pushing into whatever it is they're pushing. Like, you're pushing into get healthier, and you're doing this grind every single day, and you're working out every single day, and I'm just seeing it change. Like, your body's changing, your attitude's changing. Because I remember back in the day, you kind of got a name for being like flaky. I didn't care, because I'm your friend. Like, if you didn't want to hang out or whatever, or you didn't show up, it was like, it's Alex. But
great reputation to have, by the way. I'm real proud to have that.
But no, I'm just explaining, like,
I know.
Like, your grind, your all of a sudden mental focus on going every day has changed, like you, and I'm trying to learn from that. Like, okay, there are some things that I would like to do, and I've mentioned them, such as like run like to the Boston Marathon, but and I'm having a hard time doing it. I mean, because I work 10 hours a day, and at least, and it's tough. So I need to try and learn what you were doing and get into it that way. So it's and right now, even now, I'm like, oh, I've got the wrong focus on social media, which is why I haven't been posting much. I'm trying to change it to where it's more focused on stuff that I would be grinding for, more dreams, more goals. Because now I'm just looking at stuff and I'm like trying to figure things out. But instead, I need to be posting more on positive stuff, like what this good time stuff is about, just having being more positive on things. But
no, dude. Oh, go ahead, Dom. Go ahead.
So like you both made mentioned making change, and that's both like a dream that we aspire to do, and I think the way to do it is to make small changes. And how you're doing like fun things in these changes, Alex. You the disciples of discipline, like like I love that. Like you guys are chasing that dragon, the pump dragon or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Like, you make it fun, and like I started doing this thing at work. I'm trying to get people to stretch, and
which is super important, by the way, because like if you can't move, you ain't working. You ain't cutting any trees.
Yeah, and so like some people will do it, some people I don't stretch. I'm like, and I work with kids that are half my age, or like they're 20 or so, and but like sometimes they'll do it. They'll be like, yeah, I could use a stretch. I slept like shit, yet last night or whatever. But making small changes, I think, would help improve chasing that dream.
No, I totally agree with you, man, because I was going to say what Ryan was saying earlier about we're having to work 10 hours a day, or having to, he's a father and he's got 2 kids and he has to be present and he's got a wife and he's got all this stuff, and you have your career and you have your Instagram and you have your podcast, and then I've got my career at the radio station. I have a girlfriend, I have animals, I have a dad who is a train wreck with his alcohol. I've got all of these things, right? We all have all these things going. But the one thing that I make sure I take care of is myself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be any good to anybody else, right?
I couldn't agree with that more.
And I know this sounds crazy to you guys. It sounded crazy to me. If you go out and you bust your ass for an hour or an hour and a half physically, it's going to clear your head. All the cobwebs and all the anxiety and all the crazy thoughts we have throughout the day, self-deprecating thoughts, are going to be gone. You're going to be so freaking clear-minded and tired from what you had just done. You're not going to have time to worry about that kind of stupid stuff. You're going to be more productive. You're going to be more positive because you're not going to have time to focus on the negative because you just did something amazing. And when you start keeping your own word and you start seeing the results from keeping your own word, it makes you feel better as a human being, and in turn makes you a better person. It's crazy, man. It's like Dutch door action. I'm telling you, dude. Once you put the effort in, and once you actually see some results, you become a very dangerous person.
Mm-hmm. And people, they tend to get jealous, but deep down they envy, because you're actually doing something to change. And like, I remember the first time I went home 13 years ago after moving to Kansas. A lot of people were like, because I was working out, like I was doing 2-a-days with my oldest brother. He pushed me to the grind. He's like, you're going to work. We're working out in the morning and in the after work. And I hated my brother for 6 months, because waking up at 5 a.m. to run 2 miles, and then we'd go to the gym, work out for another hour, and then shower and go to work. And then sometimes we'd work out during lunch or after work. And I disliked it for a long time because he's pushing me to change. I didn't want to change. Mm-hmm. After a few months, like I was waking up before him. I started beating him at the 2-mile run. I was maxing out before he was. And I mean, it was good stuff. And then like he left and I lost my motivation. And, working this job I have now, like I keep that George Clinton quote in my mind, and just like, when I first started working this job, I weighed 298 pounds. I didn't think about at all like, oh, well, I'm going to lose weight during this tree business that I'm in now. I lost like 52 pounds, and I didn't even think about it. I didn't want to weigh myself during this entire time, because I know if I weigh, I start thinking about it more. But then if I start thinking about it more, I think I would be more hungry.
That's incredible, dude, that you've lost 52 pounds and you're 7 months sober, dude. I couldn't be more proud of you.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, alcohol-free is a tight life, honestly.
It is, dude. You're yourself, dude. You are 100% who you were before you ever had a drink. All your characteristics are probably slowly coming back, dude. All the really cool things about you.
I'm the youest me I can be.
No, that's awesome.
So a dream that I had, or actually my grandma had, because I was what a class clown. I was always making my family laugh a lot growing up. She would always be like, you're going to entertain the world. And that always kind of stuck with me. I think I was like 9 or 10 when she told me that. And I've always thought, I want to find something in that industry, just entertainment, whatever it may be. I got that job at Sam Goody, which was like my nook and cranny. I know Alex is jealous of that.
You had that damn necklace, the lectern, or what was that? What is the lanyard? You're the lanyard, dude. Yeah. As soon as you had that, you were a made man. You were in the Sam Goody Mafia.
Yeah. I was, and then became FYE. But so got into that. When I moved to Kansas, I started childcare, armed security, and then I saw an ad on Craigslist about becoming a DJ. I hear the word DJ, I'm thinking clubs, I'm thinking tours, beach parties, spring break, and it's a job for wedding DJs. So I go in there with this, I had radio experience at KMHS, and, always was the guy playing music at parties. I went in there with this attitude, like, all right, gonna just start touring, and like, am I gonna be like doing Tiesto stuff, like clubs and whatnot? They go,
he put on a marshmallow helmet.
yeah. They go, you could be the Tiesto of weddings in Kansas. And so I implemented what I learned from seeing DJing growing up, and to DJs and clubs. I started doing like remixes and stuff for these weddings. And if you've never been to Kansas, like, it's mostly like rustic country weddings, a water trough full of bush light, and dudes ain't dancing till like 11, 12 o'clock at night. And then they want to go till like 4 a.m.
Oh.
So I did this for 11 years, and I chased a dream of entertaining the world per my grandmother. And getting that done, having that career, being a respected member of my community here, hey, that's DJ Dom, that guy does the best weddings. Like, you'll always have a good time. He parties hard. Like, he's there with you guys. And like, I made that my life for 11 years. I worked 6 days a week. I was DJing up to 3 of those days. And then all that hard work, I became DJ of the year 4 times for that company. I was nationally recognized through all the other franchises, but I was like a runner-up. So I was second to the best in the nation for this company. And it made me hungry to do that. And then like, I think I got tired of utilizing my Saturdays for work. And I decided I want to get out of that. And my next dream that I wanted to chase was just to live a more relaxed life and go to more concerts, because I love music.
Your mic.
Can you hear me now?
Kind of.
It's coming through like a tube or something.
How about now?
It's
a little
still
better.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
there we go.
perfect.
There we go.
Perfect. We can
All right,
edit that out. I got it.
So I decided I'm going to get back to bartending, and I bartended and went to concerts. I set my own schedule. It was awesome, relaxed living. Didn't have to be up till like middle of the afternoon. And then I was still DJing also on the weekends, but I quit the full time. I worked in the office for that company that I was DJing for. And so chasing the goal of being able to go to concerts, live my own life at the way I wanted to, and at high risk, honestly, because just the party life. And it caught up. It really did.
Yeah, it does.
And so I hung that up to even try to live a more relaxed life now. And I mean, doing a job where my body is in high demand it's great, because the goal I'm chasing now is just, I want to work on this part of my body. I can do this. And like bends and stretches, honestly, they all help. Am I ranting?
No, it's good.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a couple of dreams I've chased and goals I've achieved and accomplished. And I'm like at a point in my life now where I'm just trying to cruise, but I want to cruise it with fitness, just being able to just not carry a bunch of weight with me and being more active. That's the dream to chase now for me.
Dude, so those are very attainable.
There was a DJ I worked with, I was working with him doing a different job, but he talked about doing DJing, and he somehow made enough money DJing that he would take the weekends off and fly to New York City, and make a ton of money apparently, and then fly back from his DJing.
So he was doing residency? Fly to New York, do his set, and come back home, or?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So I did that a lot in the clubs here in Manhattan. It's college town, so every bar does something different. I was mainly known for my electronic sets and old club music and stuff like that. And then weddings, I would do the top 40, and then mixing my stuff. And then
your mic went bad again.
Good lordy, Lord, this microphone. I'm just trying to. I should have plugged in my microphone. Is what I should have done. But yeah, so I've done residencies. I think
it's still coming through bad.
Husker dues.
There it goes.
Perfect.
I think it's because I cupped my phone and my phone is charging. It's charged enough. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So I made a lot of money doing residencies and whatnot, but I was just so hungry because the money was so good. But then, like I said, like it caught up. Like they were like, I'm out every night promoting myself, or hey, I heard you're gonna be over here today. It got exhausting. And
Yeah.
people, I think a lot of people try to take advantage of like, oh, that's the guy that DJs, at the Salty Rim. He can get me in, or
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Like
Uh-huh.
you tell a woman at 25 years old you're a DJ, she loves it. You tell a woman at 35 you're a DJ, she's not interested.
She's like, oh, so what else do you do? Or like, oh, really?
Yeah, but because there's like a stereotype that goes with that. We're party animals, sex, drugs, rock and roll, and I mean you're not half wrong about it.
Yeah,
and,
no,
yeah,
dude, I
goes
lived that, dude, Dom, I lived that lifestyle, dude, because I was chasing the stand-up comedy, dream, and the dream of, being the best bartender or whatever in Coos County. And
yeah.
it got to like, at first it was fun and the tips were great, and it was cool to be out in the scene and to see friends and to meet girls and stuff. But eventually, just like anything else that's toxic, it just led to nowhere. And, now that we're talking about dreams and goals, I'm really glad that happened. I know this sounds crazy. I'm glad I hit rock bottom. I'm glad I went down that road, because where I am today and how strong mentally that I am today, I had to be knocked on my ass and know what it felt like to have nothing, to build myself back up, to be something and to have something, dude. So your story, man, you're going to be 10 times the person you ever were, because you are on the path right now to greatness. You could be a disciple of discipline. I see it in you. You may one day get pledged into the disciples, but you got to work hard and you got to stay focused, okay? You don't get the keys to the kingdom overnight. The Good Times gang does not let disciples come in easily, but I see a fire in your eye, and I like it.
Do I gotta say my do I have to say my prayers and eat my vitamins?
Listen, always say your prayers, but there's no vitamins. We're clean living here. I don't need none of your gimmicks or gazebos, okay?
My essential oils.
Yeah, I don't need any of that. Ryan, dude, what are so you said that your goals were just to feed your family, but like what you talked to me and said that you have bigger dreams. I mean, you talked about taking the Good Time Show and like bringing it on the road, dude, to bars and clubs. Like talk about that a little bit, dude. That's a goal.
I would recommend
sure. What would be cool is what I see happening is as we grow, we seem to be growing, and we seem to be having a product that people like. As we grow, it would be nice to start doing live shows around the country, just doing live shows, being live, and but growing this pretty big. It'd be neat to see it like just expand pretty fast. Right now, it's kind of a steady rate. So
your goal.
Podcasts are hot though, so everyone wants to do one. Yeah, podcasts are super hot right now.
Podcasts. Actually, dude, Dom is right, dude. Podcasts might be more popular than normal radio right now, and I work in both mediums, dude.
Well, I know that just looking at it, podcasts can reach anybody in the world. It's hard for radio. I mean, you can through apps and such, but usually it's just that little area.
So what I've noticed is my podcast is a traveling podcast. I've taken it to Oregon, California, Texas, Nevada, Arizona, Missouri. I travel. I let the people that I travel to are the host. Once you make that episode, you pass it to the host. Those people pass it to their friends. That's how it spreads.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say one really good thing about having goals, though, guys, like that I've found is when you wake up in the morning and you have something that you have to do or you have to take care of, it's great to be able to be a man and wake up, or a woman and wake up and know that you have a purpose for that day. and to know that you are able to actually physically, like, I know that working out is not fun. I know it's hard at times, but the fact that I can even physically go do it and perform the movements is a
true.
blessing.
That's very true.
I think
about that often. Like if I have to park farther away, I'm like, I'm so happy I can walk.
Yeah,
Yep.
yes, dude. It's all about your mindset. I think that when you achieve anything great, like I've bowled 300s in bowling. I've done, stand up. I've been on Fox Radio. I've done some really cool things. And I think that in order to do that, you have to have the right mindset, because a positive attitude attracts positive people. People right, dude, people that are good and focused and people you actually want to spend time around are attracted to other people like that. When I was drinking and when I was going out and trying to get laid and when I was gambling and when I was forgetting where my car was for 4 days at the Mill Casino and they had to call me and tell me that my car was going to get towed and I hit the jackpot there because I didn't get my car towed, right? I was attracting negative people, guys. Like my situation, like I used to think all the time, like, why is this happening to me? What's going on? And it's like, well, look at yourself in the mirror for a second and think about all the terrible decisions I had made that day, dude. Like, I led myself down that road, and I loved it the whole time, dude. Those people those people that say they're your friends, and Domingo, you know this, dude. Once you get sober, dude, and you stop drinking and you're not accessible and you're actually chasing something of value and you're searching for some self-worth in yourself and not from a bottle, all those friends are gone, dude. They're not your real friends, man.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, there's some people, they're just like I said, and I am being so honest about it. Like, I enjoy seeing your motivation in the morning, and like it's inspired me because I used to do it on the daily when I was real hungry with DJing and just I wanted to spread that positivity. And like I've been trying to get back into it. I like to do this thing called Funk Face Friday, and people enjoy that. And then I give them the link to that song because it's a funky track. But like small things like that, like people want to see that because it'll help put a pep in their step. And it's just, I mean, you can't push them, but it's a start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What I was talking to Ryan, dude. I was telling him that like off record. I was just saying that like one of the reasons I like to do those little talks in the middle of my runs or my weightlifting, I want my suffering that I had experienced to mean something, right? I don't want all these terrible decisions and all these terrible things that have happened to me to be in vain. They have to mean something to me. So if I can use my story to help anybody, and I don't care if I know you, if it can make your life a little better and it can put you in a direction where you're going to be a better person and to contribute to society and your own life in a better fashion, then all my suffering was worth it. Right?
And to expose yourself with those little stories you tell, I mean, people can relate.
Yeah, dude, I do get very, and I sometimes
you're human, you bleed, and people can.
Yeah. I've had people tell me like, hey man, thank you so much for telling that story about such and such, because that same thing happened to me, and it made me realize that I wasn't alone, or it made me realize that I could change things. I think that I was put in a position with my personality and with all the things that had happened to me to help somebody do something. Like today, for instance, I was running and I saw this little boy riding a bike and he was by himself. And I don't know why I had to stop, but I was like, that kid reminds me of me when I was a little kid. I wonder what's going on with him, why he's not riding a bike with a friend or something. I don't know what it was, but it's like, I just see stuff like that and I just want to help people. It's so weird.
Oh, no.
I don't know why I'm like that.
It's got some endorphins moving. Your energy, your energy is flowing different now to when we were in the bottom of the bottle, and belly up to a bar stool or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You provide different energy. It's gonna come out. Sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah.
There was something small because like I was pumped up for trivia last week on Zoom. I just like told everyone, I was like, let's all do 10 push-ups, and like half the group were like, yeah, let's do it. Other ones were like, yeah. And they were like, man, that felt good. Like my blood's flowing now. I'm able to think right. Like, I mean, it's just small things like that, man. Yeah. I know that the young bucks I work with, they see me stretch and try to talk all, like, hey man, we got this tree. We're calling it. We're doing it in, this much time. And hey, don't forget your hat, your helmet. And I don't know if they're just like, oh, okay, old man. And like, I love when they call me old man because it just pushes me harder.
Yeah. They don't realize they're igniting the fuse in you to like show them the like, hey, okay, you say that, I'll show you what's up, man.
You're talking to a disciplined disciple play. I'm somebody.
Dude, I see potential in you, and I see potential in Ryan. Now, Ryan gets off track a little bit. He'll run 12 miles in a day, and then I won't see another post for 2 days, and then he'll run 18 miles, right? I think what he's doing is icing his whole body down for the 2 days, and then he gets back out there.
Now,
He needs to break it up.
Ryan, minus, I don't know if we ever got an answer, minus, providing for your family, are there any goals or dreams you're trying to chase currently?
Yeah, dude.
What's
the dream? What's the dream?
The dream.
What do you want? What do you want out of life, dude?
Well, I want to make a lot of money and do no work.
Well, all three of us have that in common. That's incredible.
Shit, me too.
No, so I thought it would be the perfect situation where if you were like mega rich and no one knew you were mega rich, so like you could go to Disney World or wherever and not be bothered, but you could like
Dude, you could just be like Michael Jackson or Prince and just rent the Magic Kingdom to yourself, man. You could just bring the revolution with you.
Prince would rent out a gym over at Disneyland.
Yeah, he'd rent out like the United Center where the Bulls play or something.
He would probably go to LA, Staples Center.
Where the Lakers, dude, and play ball with Magic.
But part of the enjoyment is the people there too. Like going to an empty like theme park just for you is kind of like, well.
Dude, Cartman on South Park bought a theme park. He called it Cartman Land, and he actually loved it, dude. He was having the best time ever until he had to start hiring employees to like fix the rides because he rode them too much. And then pretty soon he just had to keep hiring more and more people. And then he's like, screw this, I'm selling this place. Because he had to like, it eventually turned back into an actual theme park where he was like letting people in it.
Hey, he chased the goal and he got it, and there came consequences, man.
You know what though? To chase the goal and to never like, sometimes, dude, I'm telling you, sometimes the chase, I talked about this today. The chase is actually more enjoyable than actually getting the goal sometimes. I'm serious, man. Sometimes the grind is better.
I think that's part of the mentality of a lot of people that are successful. They make a goal that they know they're never going to achieve and go after it. You probably heard of like there's this guy, social media expert Gary Vaynerchuk, and he keeps talking about how he wants to buy the Jets. But the guy, that's a very long shot because the guy there's a family that owns it. They're not going to just sell it.
It's worth like $1 billion because it's in New York, first of all. But yeah.
He could get enough money to be what it's worth, but he's still got to sell it. So
yeah.
I'd like to quote Lemmy Kilmister: "The chase is better than the catch." And you just get that thrill, that adrenaline really pushes you for something, which leads me to my next question, gentlemen. Have you ever had a dream or goal where you try to catch it and you didn't achieve it?
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. I want to be the first one to answer this. I wanted to be a professional bowler. I took the steps. I had won the city doubles tournament in North Bend. I had won the all events city tournament. I did this all when I was like 18 or 19. So I qualified. Nice. I qualified for the national bowling tournament in Reno.
Oh, very cool.
I went to Reno and I bowled against people that were on TV. I got my ass kicked hard. It was one of the hardest shots I've ever shot because when you're a professional bowler, they oil the lanes completely different than for amateurs. It's just way more difficult. So instead of having this window to hit your ball on, it goes down to like that. So if you can't hit your mark, you're screwed. So I didn't have the right equipment. I didn't have the right knowledge. I didn't have the right experience. I came back with my tail between my legs. I got a new bowling ball. I got new shoes. I eventually shot a 300, my first one right after that tournament. I started pushing towards being a professional. I don't know what happened. Somewhere along the line, I'm almost positive it was alcohol. I had my 21st birthday, had my first night drinking, was my 21st birthday. Had a good time, and eventually my goals weren't to be a professional bowler or to do anything of value. It was just to get through the week so I could party. And that was one of my biggest, and I still talk about it sometimes to this day. I had the talent to do it. I believed I did, but I didn't have the drive. I wasn't there mentally. I wasn't focused. And I think about it to this day, man. I definitely phoned it in towards the end there. So I regret that, right? I do.
How about you, Ryan?
I've had a couple. So when going through college, I wanted to start a business that was successful, but I could never figure out what that business was or what I wanted to do. Then I joined a corporation. I thought, well, I'll rise up through the corporation. That's another dream I could do. Didn't get very far at that at all. So those were, in fact, I was working to achieve that. I was working 15, sometimes 16 hours a day, not seeing my family. Didn't get anywhere with it, and realized, that's really not the route I want to go. Because if you're working that much, especially these days, like right now, you can put that grind to yourself, like doing a podcast or doing something creative, and that will come back to you. But if you're grinding for another company, like unless you're politics and all that, you're just working, giving all your effort to them. So it just depends on what you want, how good you are with politics and all that is what I learned.
Yeah. When, I DJ'd for this, it was like a DJ franchise nationwide. They coined the wedding DJ. They've been around for 50 years out of Omaha. And I kept feeling successful, but then ultimately I know I could have made so much more if I went independent by myself. I had so many people that wanted to hire me throughout it, but I think the reason why I didn't chase that goal or even try to make it a thing I wanted to do is because the responsibility of it. I was enjoying partying, DJing, just living like that. I didn't want to handle numbers and bookings and all that. I kind of had it all handed to me and okay, Saturday, here's where you go, take off. So yeah, that I feel if I went independent, I still, I quit DJing back in December. I still have people that are hey, I'll do whatever it takes to get you. But I'm just I don't want to do it anymore. Because I've already done it. Old me did it. That's all I
got. Dude, I was going to say one thing about working for yourself. Sweat equity, just like Ryan said, is so the harder you work, the more you get out of it. It's completely noticeable. So when we sell merch for the podcast, when I really try to get the word out there and just let people know what's available, I never try to push anything on anybody, but it is available on teespring.com, the only official Good Times merchandise. Check it out. Dom on the bottom screen there's got it. But what important, the new Good Times merch.
Shop local.
Yeah, dude. What I was gonna say though is the harder I work, the more sales we get. So it's and you actually see that as hey, now we have X amount of dollars in the Good Times bank account or whatever. It's really it's beautiful to see your hard work pay off. Because when I worked for corporations like the Red Lion, or I worked for even Benetti's when I worked in Coos Bay for Boondocks Inc., which was the name of his company. I didn't see an extra dime. I didn't see an extra whatever. It's the harder I worked, the more money he got. That was it. What was the incentive other than not to get fired? It's just like Office Space, dude. What was my incentive other than to not get fired? If you're going through your life like that, you need to make a change, man, because you should be chasing something greater than $1.
Mm-hmm. And what's funny is the people ahead of us in corporate, they're chasing the dollar for someone else. So they're not even really getting a lot of benefit, but they
Exactly.
they see it as they're above you. So they're okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think
Yeah.
about that. But yeah,
I just thought about that.
that
Hmm.
that's a huge yeah, and that's what a lot of people try and follow. I mean, just LinkedIn, just everybody. That's what they're all trying to do.
Dude, money, I found in my life that money has never made me happy. The only thing that's ever made me, I make less money now working at the radio station than I have ever made bartending. I used to make what I make now bartending in a week.
Mhm.
I have completely chosen happiness and the pursuit of a dream. And by doing that, I have empowered myself to realize that there's more to life than money. And it doesn't make you happy. If you chase your dream and you're true to yourself, the money is a byproduct of you doing what you're supposed to do. The money will come. If you choose the money now, that's what you got. That's your gift. That's your prize. Good for you. You got what you worked for. Guess what? That's not what I want. I want to be happy, and I want the money later. The sweat will take care of itself, dude. You'll get paid later.
So sometimes money buys happiness. Like I'm happy. I'm happy when I'm not at home and I'm traveling and I'm doing that makes me happy. Going out and finding a spot to hammock, playing disc golf, taking trips, concerts, all that. Like that, it's part-time happiness, but overall I'm happy because I've earned that money to get me what I want to get. I plan to have that day off. I mean, I do the steps to achieve that goal, but yeah, money comes and goes overall.
Well, they've done studies that this is a while ago, but they said 70,000 is about what keeps people happy, and I think the reason is because you're not worrying about your bills all the time, and that really sucks when you're just like, am I going to be able to afford anything this month? It's just like, am I going to be able to pay rent? That's I think if you get above that point to where everything is affordable and you pay your house payments, pay your insurance and all that, it really helps with the happiness.
Oh, definitely. Get those all knocked out. You do your your auto pay. So you don't even
have to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you are right about money does bring a little bit of happiness, because when you're not worried about, if you have to, if where you're gonna get it or what you have to do, you can focus more on what you're actually passionate about too. If you're not sweating the small stuff like it's not small, but when you're not worried about that, you can put more of yourself into your actual passions, right?
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah. I'm kind of a fan of auto pay because then I'll look at my bank account before I look at a statement or something. I'm just like, what do I got in there? Okay. And then I in my date book, I've got hey, insurance is due that day. Hey, rent's due this day. Hey, you got that coming up. So I'm like, okay, I can work around that.
Yeah.
My roommate is the most budget having person, to the penny, and she kills it. She shops at Aldi, which is it'd be like a McKay's or something.
I love Aldi. It's my favorite grocery store. Always
Aldi
cheaper.
Always cheaper. The product's great.
Yeah. And it's not too many choices. It's one thing each. I love it.
Yeah, you get it. But yeah.
Dude, Ryan, you guys got anything else? What else? Lay some more questions on us, Don. You got anything else, man?
What's a small goal for your guys' future?
Oh, I was actually thinking of there's two things. Are you talking about the show? I'm talking about the show. So we're going the show route.
The goal of the show.
Okay, so we would like to, after this COVID thing, do a live show in North Bend, Coos Bay, in front of a live audience, and
at
work
Gino's.
Yeah, somewhere where we have a live audience. Yeah,
it'd be like they do the Bill Snyder football show out here that it's held at Power Cat Restaurant every Friday, before the day before game day. So yeah,
I'm down with that, dude.
Good times at Gino's, just rolls.
Yeah, we'll pick a place and we'll do a live show, and just to get it started, you know. Another thing we were thinking about, because what I've noticed with a lot of getting momentum is having something like a hit song, like a good times song that we could do and all that. But yeah.
Wait a minute. So the RVD, good times banger, huh?
What is RVD?
Ryan, Vanover, Dom, RVD.
Oh, I thought you were doing Rob Van Dam.
No, the RVD. Yeah. Hey, the RVD click, boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you mean JVQ?
No, dude, RVD, baby.
The JVC?
Dude, I know that we could totally make a song called the Good Times Anthem or the Good Times Banger or something, and just find a generic rap song we don't have to pay for and rap over it, and we could put it out there and just promote the piss out of it.
Do a YouTube video with it, yeah.
We could do a Zoom music video.
Yeah, no, you could, dude. And
I was actually a part of one like a month or two ago. I follow this friend of mine. He was in a previous band, but he plays in this 10-piece band, and I show up to his shows with a tambourine. And he gets me on stage, and I bash my tambo. I got some good rhythm, boys. But he hits me up out of the blue, goes, "Hey, we're making a COVID music video. I need you to play 1 minute of tambo at 70 BPM. Here's a metronome. Figure that out. Send me a video." I got inside of a band's music video playing tambourine.
That's
a
awesome,
goal
dude.
I didn't even know I was chasing.
Awesome.
Davy Jones, dude, the guy from the Monkees, going way back to the 60s, man, he played a tambourine, but that guy got more ladies with a tambourine than anybody in any decade. I dare you to find a man who got more women from playing a tambourine.
Hi, I'm Domingo Ward. I have yet for a lady to be like, "Oh, you play tambo?
You play frisbee golf, you sleep in a hammock, and you play the tambourine? How come we haven't met earlier?"
Right.
You're like, "Baby, have you ever had a guy with a beautiful beard play the tambourine to you in a hammock while swinging in a nest of loveliness?"
This next song is called You, and I'm just like, with my tambourine.
While I play my green tambourine.
Prince had a song called Tambourine.
Yeah, dude, he had a song called Tambourine, and he had Raspberry Beret, dude. He would make songs about just everyday items, man.
I don't know if you follow YouTube much, but PewDiePie, the big YouTuber, he's been playing a tambourine over the last few videos.
Look what I started, guys.
Yeah, Dom is the one who started the tambourine fad, Brian. Not this PewDiePie guy.
Yeah, who's that? Only 105 million subscribers.
Dude.
I've got 93 listeners on my podcast.
That
and I don't think they all listen. I've been doing this for 3 years.
Yeah, but just think, dude, with a little bit of cross promotion with the Good Times Gang, and then you got What's for Dinner podcast, and then we got Slash Tracks. I'm on a podcast that has 7.9 thousand followers on this channel.
7.9 thousand.
Almost 8,000. Almost 8,000. My math was off. My math was off, son. I apologize. My blunder, dog. My blunder, son. I was gonna say, dude, a small goal that I have right now. I'll tell you one thing right now. I am 295 pounds. In the next 2 weeks, I am going to be in the 280s. I promise you that. There's no way I can't be, dude. I'm eating oatmeal. I'm running miles every day. I'm lifting weights every other day. There's no way. I think the problem I'm having right now, guys, is that this is week 2 of lifting weights, dude. I'm starting to put my muscle back on, dude, but I'm not. It's like I'm getting muscle, but I'm not. But it's replacing itself right now, dude. It's gonna take time, man.
It's tough to see calories. Yeah, it's tough to see it when it's happening.
Yes.
Like, I didn't notice. Like I went before COVID. I went to the bar I used to work at just because we watched Jeopardy there at 5 p.m. Like they turn off the jukebox. We watch Jeopardy at this bar.
Love Jeopardy and Cash Cab.
Oh yeah. So I went there and a couple of girls were like, Domingo, you look great. Like I didn't even like, I'm not doing it for anyone. I forget half the time I'm working out when I'm at work. Yeah.
The girls are like, Domingo, you look fantastic, as they're like trying to take your pants off. Domingo, you look great.
Not
I
now.
mean, can you please help me? Please set that tambourine aside and stop fiddling with that hammock and take your pants off. I want to tell you how good you look.
Put down your disc golf bag, Domingo.
Stop waxing your beard, Domingo. I'm trying to take care of business.
I do it on the daily.
Attaboy.
Yeah. A small goal for me, I'm trying to double what I did 5 years ago with my beard. I'm trying to be able to cover your boys' face almost to your nose.
Wait a second. I don't know if I can get behind this. You're going to cover that beautiful shirt with that beautiful beard?
My goal is to make my beard that long. So that'll probably take, as in the beard world, they call it a yeared. 1 year is a beard.
A year.
Are you going to go into competitions?
No.
Oh.
I do this strictly for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can braid it. So yeah, my goal is just to grow my beard longer than I had it 5 years ago.
Dude, I could never. I had my beard grown out pretty good about 3 or 4 months ago, and I can't get past the awkward phase on the cheeks, dude, because it starts getting really poofy on the sides, man. I just end up trimming it. I can't get past it.
So get a comb it down.
It'll tame it.
Yeah.
Okay, because mine would just straight up Michael J. Fox, Teen Wolf, like I'm in the bathroom with the high school, palms are hairy, dude. I'm sweating. The principal, principal's after me. He thinks I'm writing on the walls, dude. My dad, encountered him in the 70s, earlier. In case you guys haven't seen 1985's Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox, I just spoiled the scene for you. I apologize.
And you got a friend that has a shirt that says, "Hey, Dick Nose."
Yeah, no, yeah, and dude, that movie, Good Times Gang Members. If you haven't seen Teen Wolf, I highly recommend it. Go to your local free streaming service and look it up.
You guys know that part at the end where the guy's on the bleachers and he has his hand in his
yes.
I've never
He's got his
seen that.
pants open. He has his pants open.
And his fingers in there.
Yep. Yeah, and they let it slipped through editing. It's actually on the film.
They're panning out or down or something, but you see just this dude with his finger through his zipper,
You gotta respect a guy like that, dude. He went for it on actual movie footage and made it, and it's an infamy, dude. He actually achieved a goal. You gotta respect that guy.
I bet that was a young Tim Roth or something,
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. Oh, pow pow! Shots fired.
Yeah, dude. Kevin Spacey. We all know he's a sexual deviant. He's been tried in the court of public opinion, and he was found guilty, and his house of cards collapsed. No pun intended.
You're good. You're really good.
Oh yeah. Ryan, you got anything on goals, dude, or dreams, or what?
Dream maker, goal setter, achiever. That's me.
That's
what I do.
That's not really a goal. You're just repeating the words I asked you.
Asking words, and doing dreams. That's me.
I'm gonna quote one more person.
All right.
It's Eric Cartman.
Oh God.
Follow your dreams, reach for your goals. I'm living proof. Beefcake.
All right, Ryan, end the episode on that. That's perfect.
All right. Hey, thanks for everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. Thank you, Good Times Gang. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe, follow button. Hit for notifications on YouTube. It's that bell. We appreciate it. Thank you. Later.
Hey, big thank you to Papa Dom for doing the episode.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I'm glad to be a part of it, guys. Seriously, Ryan, I haven't talked to you since you graduated high school, and I was friends with your sister on social media, and then she just got off there, and so it's just good to see old faces. It really is after being in Kansas for 13 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, tonight has been a lot of fun. I would say when we did the junior high episode and all four of us were on screen, that I had more fun with that episode than I've had in a long time. So thank you so much for helping that happen.
Dude, I thought I was going to show up 5 minutes 5 minutes early. I'm on at 11.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
dude, it's like,
was
you're
"Hey,
in.
guys."
Yeah, you're in. Domingo's in, dude. Come on in,
took over.
baby.
I didn't mean to, but I think I took over.
No, it was good, dude. That was good. That was a lot of fun, man.
You call that the wild card episode.
All right, man. Mahalo. Thank
All
you so
right.
much for listening. Good times, gang.
Later, everybody.